Hi everyone, my name is Angela from Angela Stitches and welcome back to my channel and to another stitching vlog. So I want to start today by showing you my latest finish. I just finished this late last night and I've already uploaded the stitching vlog where I finished this, but it was pretty late, so I just wanted to show this again during the day. But yeah, I'm super happy with this one. I think this was so fun with this movable elements, and I did notice this morning that I forgot to add hair to this gingerbread man, but I think I'll just skip that because it still looks really cute without it. But yeah, I'm super happy with this finish. I used cardstock and felt for the back like I usually do, and I didn't make a separate finishing video of this because I recently just did one on the knitting angel. So I'll have that video linked in the description box if you want to see how I finish my angel ornaments. And you can also see how I did some of the details on this angel in my last stitching vlog. So yeah, this was my 8th finish and I'm going to start working on another one. And I went through my angel projects and I still have 6 left to finish. So this is the quilting angel, Spirit of Christmas carols, Spirit of Christmas stitching, crochet angel, and 2007 Christmas angel, and this was the one that I was planning on stitching next. But since I don't have any brown paper left, I can't work on this yet. Same with the other ones here. These are all stitched on brown, and maybe the wings are on gold or silver depending on the angel. Like this one, it seems like it's on white, but yeah, like the wing color and the angels are on different color paper. Like this one is on silver, but all the angels are on brown paper, so I couldn't work on these just yet. But I did have one project that was designed on something else, and it's this one, Spirit of Holiday Giving Angel. And I already started working on this morning, so I'll have a picture here of what this looked like before I started working on this again. But this is stitched on this, I think it's called Ecru or Cream maybe, I don't know. But this is the only project that I have all the papers for. So I decided to work on this until I can get some brown papers for the other angels. So I finished all of the cross stitches on her face and also started the Christmas stocking. And this calls for 6 or actually 5 Krennics, and I didn't have any of them, but I think I found really good replacements for them from my stash. So these are the 5 colors that I'm going to use, and I think they all work perfectly, but I was a little worried about this pink one because the majority of the dress is stitched with this pink Krennic, but also this is also used to stitch some parts of her face. And I thought this might be too pink because the pink that was actually called for looked a little lighter when I looked it up online, but I think it looks totally fine. So yeah, I'm just super glad that I didn't have to get 6 spools of Krennic for this project and that I was able to convert all of them with the ones that I have. So yeah, and I also cutted this up with all the DMC, so I'm going to work on this until I finish this, and hopefully by then I'll have some brown paper to start working on my other angels. I woke up super early this morning, so I was able to stitch a little bit on Rose Quaker as well. So here, and yeah, I finished this rose as well, but yeah, so this is super pretty, so I'm really enjoying this one a lot. So I'm just going to work on this until May, I guess. And then I didn't work on Queen of Peace yet, but I want to work on this a little bit more. My plan was actually to start working on April's Blue Garden, or April's Blue Diamond today, but I want to work on Queen of Peace a little bit more before moving on to April's Blue Diamond. So when I switch back, I want to work on maybe her dress, or actually her arms, and yeah, maybe a little bit of her dress, but I'll only have 2 days to work on this. So yeah, today I'm going to work on Queen of Peace and then spend some time on this angel. So I tried this last night and it really reminded me of Thin Mints, the Girl Scout cookies. Those are my favorite and this really reminded me of that. So yeah, we don't have Girl Scout cookies here, so I was really happy that I found that. But I have a box to open today because I ordered some stuff from the cross stitch store here in Korea. So I got some Mirabilias and some DMCs and beads. So I got this one because Brooks Books Angels has a lot of these in them. And then I got these two for the Holiday Giving Angel. I was going to convert them to something else, but I didn't like my other options. So I'm gonna use them for the one that I'm working on right now. And then I was using a lot of white in my projects recently, so I got 5 skeins of white. And then these are the ones that I ran out recently as well. So I got those too. And then I also got 3 Mirabilias. So I was eyeing this one for a very long time. I think this will be a very nice companion piece to Tatiana or Titania. And I love the colors on this. So this is called A Midsummer Night's Fairy. And wow, it calls for a lot of different things here. But yeah, I think this is super pretty. And then I got a mermaid. I don't have that many mermaids, so I thought I would get another one to have in my collection. And I think it's super pretty. So this is called Enchanted Mermaid. This also calls for a lot of different things, but not as much as the fairy that I just showed you. But the colors are pretty similar to this fairy, I think. So yeah, I really like this one too. And then the last one, I'm not sure what it is about this one, but I had this one in my wish list for a while now, and this is called the Cottage Garden Fairy. Oh, this calls for a lot of different things too. It didn't look like it in the picture, but it calls for lots of beads. It looked very subtle to me, but I guess not. But I really like this one too. So yeah, I got 3 more Mirabilias, and I'll probably start some of these this year. I don't know yet, but yeah, so I got some questions about how to stitch Mirabilias, and I thought maybe I could make a separate video where I explain how I kit up and start my Mirabilia projects and do conversions to 40 counts and blends and things like that, because I know I talked about them in my stitching vlogs, but it really is all over the place, and I don't expect you to watch all of my videos just to get the useful tips. So I was thinking maybe if I make one video where I explain everything from how I start and the tools and the fabrics and things like that, whenever I get questions about Mirabilias, I can just direct people to that video. So let me know what you think about that, and if you have any questions regarding to Mirabilia projects, let me know and I'll include those in that video as well. So yesterday I worked on my Holiday Giving Angel, just a tiny bit because I spent more time on Queen of Peace, but this is how much I have so far. The Christmas stocking is taking shape, and I also stitched a little bit of her dress with the pink krennic. And for this, I'm actually only using 1 strand of it, and I think this is, yeah, number 4 krennic, and it's really thin. I used to use 2 strands, and it also calls for 2 strands, I think, on perforated paper, but it keeps tangling, and it's really annoying to work with, so I just decided to use 1 strand of it. And same with the gold too, and the coverage seems fine. I think this might be also number 4. Yeah, so this is also super thin. But because the paper is a lighter color, I don't think the coverage will be an issue for this project. So I think I'll just keep using 1 strand of it. With Queen of Peace, I finally got to some different colors, some skin and some green here. So that was really exciting and super fun. So I know I said I was going to work on April's Blue Diamond this week, but I want to work on this again today with these colors. And I also stitched some ecru over here. But yeah, so I'm going to do that, I think. So yeah, today's plan is to work on Queen of Peace and also my Angel project. But I'm also going to kit up my next project, or my next new start for May. And also I have an announcement, I'll talk about that first. So I got a message from my viewer, she's also one of my customers from my Etsy shop. I was messaging everyone about this shipping situation in Korea, which I won't get into it because I don't want to talk about that right now, but she messaged me back and said she also has the Kiss by Mirabilia. So we decided to start this on July 1st, so that'll give us both of us time to get this up. And I think there were 2 other people who were planning on starting this. I think I read comments about it, but I can't remember who that was. So if you want to start this with us, we're going to start this on July 1st. So you're welcome to start this with us, or anybody who wanted to start this. And if you don't have a YouTube channel or Instagram, but if you want to share your progress with me or with us, you can send me pictures and I'll include them in my videos so we can all see them. I think that'll be really fun. So on July 1st, I'm going to start the Kiss, and I still haven't decided on what fabric to stitch this on yet, but I still have time to get that ready, so I'm gonna think about that. But today I'm going to kit this up. This is called Lilith of Labrador, and this was one of the ones that I had a lot of votes on, but it was always second to third place, I think, so I decided to start this on May 1st. So for this I have 2 fabric options. One is this one, and the other one is this Picture This Plus. So I know this is super dark, so I'm not sure how that's going to look, especially this tail and also her hair. And this is more of a safer choice, I think, and these are both 40 counts, but this is by Color and Cotton called Sea Salt. And then, what is this called? I know this is Picture This Plus, but I don't have the tag anymore. If I find out what this is, I'll have it on the screen here. But yeah, so I'm going to pull out all of the DMCs and do a floss toss and decide which fabric to use, but I feel like I'll go with Sea Salt by Color and Cotton. And then on May 15th, I'm going to start another Mirabilia, and I'm going to start Baker's Wife. This also gets a lot of votes every month, but it's always second to third place, just like Lilith of Labrador. So yeah, I don't have a fabric for this yet, but I'll have one pretty soon. I think I have an idea what I want, but I don't know if I'll dye it myself or just use one from my stash. But this is pretty small, so I might just stitch this one on a 32 count. So yeah, super excited for May. And I don't know if I'll do Stitch Mania this year. I know they decided to close the group, so this is their last Stitch Mania with the group, but I'm sure people will continue to do Stitch Mania because it's really fun. But I don't have anything to start this month or this year for Stitch Mania. I usually like to start like a series. So a couple of years ago I started all of my angels, and then last year I started all of my Bryce Tree ornaments by Brooks Books, which I fully finished last December. If I could find something small like a series like that with 10 to 12 designs, but I'll only have a couple of days to get that up. So it has to be a digital design that I can purchase right away. So I should have planned this earlier, but I'll let you know. By the time you watch this, maybe I've already found something, but I don't know at this moment. So yeah, I guess that's it for now. So I'll talk to you again tomorrow. So I did a floss toss, and I think I actually like the darker fabric more than this Color and Cotton. I still couldn't find the name of this fabric, but let me open this up a little bit more so you can see the colors better. So yeah, I thought like the darker colors were going to clash with the fabric, but I don't think it will, especially if I place the design or have the hair near the lighter modeling area of the fabric. I think it'll be fine. And the DMCs for the tail are actually pretty bright, so I think I'll go with this darker fabric by Picture This Plus. So I was thinking about what to do for Maynia this year, and I tried to, let me put this over here first. So yeah, I tried to look for some small ornaments to start, but I just decided to do something a little bit more chaotic this year and just work on all of my Mirabilias. And I was already planning on doing this June anyways, and I was just going to work on all of my Mirabilias and nothing else. So I think I'm just going to do that for Mania, but also start a couple of Mirabilias along the way. So I said I was going to start Lilith of Labrador on May 1st and Baker's Wife on the 15th, but I think I'll start Princess Tatiana or Titania as well. So I'm going to space them a little better, more evenly, and in between I'll work on my whips. So I'm going to show you all of my Mirabilias that I have in my whip pile right now, and also my lavender laces, because I'm going to include those too. And I only have 2 lavender laces, so yeah, this will be a very short whip parade, I guess, but only with Mirabilias and lavender laces. So these 2, Princess Tatiana, or Titania, I always want to say Tatiana, but I think it's Titania. I'm not sure, but this one, and then Baker's Wife, I'm going to start, and then Lilith of Labrador. And then let me move this over here so I can show you my whips. So the one on my Q-snap is Queen of Peace on 40 count that I hand-dyed myself. And this isn't the order that I'll be working on during Stitch Mania, but I'm just showing you as I'm grabbing things from my whip pile. But I thought I would show you this one first since it was right here. And then this is April's Blue Diamond, a new start from this month, also on 40 count that I hand-dyed myself. And this is Garden Prelude. I think this was a new start from March, also on 40 count that I hand-dyed. And this is my oldest Mirabilia whip, I believe, Sleeping Beauty, and this is on Color and Cotton 40 count. And I'll have the fabric names on the screen because I always forget the names. But this was my first Mira on a 40 count, and since then I just started to stitch everything on 40 count fabrics and still really love it. So I still have more Miras, but these were on top, so I'll show these first. So this is Firefly Fairies by Lavender and Lace, and this one is on 32 count. And I believe this is called Da Vinci by Picture This Plus Opalescent. And I'll talk more about this later in the stitching vlogs, but I'm doing a mirror image of the whole design, and I get questions on why I do this or why I'm doing that every time I work on this project. So I'll talk more about that in the later videos. So another lavender and lace, this is called Blue Moon Angel, and this is also on 32 count by Picture This Plus. I'll have the name of this fabric on the screen as well if I can find it. But this is my very first lavender and lace and my absolute favorite out of all of the lavender and lace designs. So I'm really looking forward to stitching this again. So those were my 2 lavender and laces, and yeah, so back to my Mirabilias, and this is called Rose of Sharon on 40 count hand-dyed fabric. And I think this was my very first hand-dyed fabric. I did coffee and tea dye, and I was really happy with how this turned out, and I still am. And this is super fun to stitch, so this is one of the ones that I really want to get back to. And I think this is the last one, the Dreamer. And this is on 40 count by Color and Cotton, and with this, I didn't get too far with this one, so next month I'm hoping to get some stitching done and see some really good progress on it, and also some really pretty colors, because I think the color palette in this one is really gorgeous. So those are all of my whips, and I'm going to be rotating these projects for May, so 2 lavender and laces and so 2 lavender and laces and 9 Mirabilias. I think I'm just going to make that 10 Mirabilias and add another start, and I think I'll start one from one of these, the newer ones that I just recently bought. But I'm going to decide which one later because I want to go through my fabric stash and see what I have before I decide which one to start. So yeah, I think this is going to be pretty chaotic. Honestly, I don't know if I can manage to get to all of them, but it's supposed to be chaotic and I get to work on all of them, so I think it'll be super fun. But I'm gonna have to like write the dates or like schedule each project to space them evenly throughout the month so that I don't miss any project and run out of time. But yeah, I think this is going to be really fun. So yeah, I think this video started as a stitching vlog, but it's more like a planning video now, so I hope that's okay with you. I think I'm going to keep this video going until end of April though, and start a new video for Stitch Mania. For Stitch Mania videos, I think I might do shorter videos for each project, like I did with my other Stitch Mania videos. So yeah, May is going to be a really busy month stitching wise, but I'm still really excited about it. So this is going to be my last update for April because I'm going to put everything away and start working on my Mirabilias, which I'm super excited about, but I wanted to show you my progress before I do that. So I worked on my angel, just filled in her jacket with the light pink color and acrylic, and also her gloves. So I'm going to put this away and bring this back out in June. And then I also worked on Queen of Peace and stitched the flowers, and that was one of the places where there's pink in the design. And this is pretty confetti heavy, but really fun to stitch just because of the colors. So I'm going to put this away for now, but I'm obviously going to work on this again in May, but probably near the end of Stitch Mania, like the last week of May, just to space it out and also to work on my other whips. So today I'm going to start Lilith of Labrador, but I'm going to show you my progress on this in my Stitch Mania videos. So this is going to be the end of this one. I know I talked a lot about my plans for May, so I hope that was okay and you liked this video. And let me know if you're planning on doing Stitch Mania this year and what projects you're planning on stitching. I would love to hear about your projects. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my Stitch Mania videos.